Hi, I'm Mike from 1A Auto. We've been selling auto parts for over 30 years.
Hi everyone, Sue here at 1A Auto, and today we're going to do a rear differential fluid change in our 08 Equinox. We're going to show you how to drain the fluid and top it off with what kind of fluid. If you need any parts for your car, click on the link below and head on over to 1aauto.com. So this is the location of the drain on the rear diff. Now I have a 2-post lift I set this vehicle up on. If you do use a floor jack and jack stands, make sure the rear diff is leveled, so you might have to jack the front end of the car up. If it's tilted too much to the front here, you're not going to drain all the fluid. So if you're just using a catch pan, just make sure you can get underneath. It's just a drain and fill. There's no parts other than the fill plug and the drain plug. So the Allen head on both of the sockets here, the plugs, is a 10mm Allen head. I like to take the fill plug out first, so there's no vacuum, back vacuum, and it will drain out real smooth. So no fluid should come out of this. It's just the fill plug. And then I'm going to set that down. And then I'm going to take now I can take the drain plug out. These have magnets on them, so if you're doing a maintenance fluid change, that's great, but if you think you have a noise or a problem with the differential, you gotta check the magnet out and see if there's any metal. So what I'm looking for is big chunks of metal. As you can see how those break down when I touch them, that's really just, it's the metallic part of it. It does a spider web, and there is no chunks there. But it is excessive. So I like to get a rag, and you can see the grayness of it. There is no chunks, so that's good. So hopefully, by doing a fluid change, we'll see if there's any noise when we go down the road. If there's a growling noise, then I'll know that the pinion bearing could be worn out. And I'm going to clean that plug best I can before I install it. Now that all the fluid's drained out, I'm going to put in the drain plug that has the magnet on it. I've cleaned it up. And reposition that. And torque, just tighten it down actually. There we go. Spray down the drain plug and differential with brake part cleaner and wipe it dry. The rear diff fluid on this is 75W90 full synthetic. So I'm going to use the bottle it comes in, and I cut the tip off, and I've got a hose that I just wedged on there. Some people have hydraulic, like a suction pump you can use, and there's also the powered transfer fluid stations. Well, I know I don't have one of those, so maybe you don't. So I'm going to put the hose in here, and then I'm going to squeeze the fluid into it until it comes out. Now that's not full. That means it's basically the hose is hitting the gears and it's shooting back. Trying to go as slow as I can so I'm not wasting any of the oil coming out. It only takes a half a quart. 0.5 is what the fluid capacity said on the computer. Yeah. So that's the steady flow I'm looking for. See, the hose is out of it, so that tells me that's right at the level I want it at. So I'm gonna let it slowly come to a slow drip, and then I'm going to, you don't want it overfull, that's not good. Fluid expands when it gets hot, and that'll blow seals. So this is 100% perfect the way it's dripping. That tells me I know that diff is full. and it wasn't just hitting that gear and coming back out. Once it starts to just go to a slow drip, that's when I'll put the drain plug in. I know it can be a waste, but for the amount of the fluid compared to the price of a rear differential rebuild or replacement, it's worth doing it the correct way. There we go, that's what I'm looking for it to drip like that. Now I'll put the drain plug in. Now we're ready to tighten up the fill plug. Bottom out, and I just give it a good quarter turn. And I'll tap that out. Now we're ready to clean the area up with a brake parts cleaner and go down the road and listen.
Thanks for watching. Visit us at oneauto.com for quality auto parts, fast and free shipping, and the best customer service in the industry.